There is a moment in life that does not arrive with noise, no applause, no warning. A moment where nothing around you changes, but everything within you does. Most people believe transformation requires time, resources, or external approval. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the right moment. But discipline teaches something different. Shi Heng Yi reminds us that real transformation begins with a single internal decision, a silent decision that only you can make. The moment you decide to stop living reactively, the moment you decide to stop explaining your existence, the moment you decide that your mind will no longer be a playground for fear, opinions, and emotional chaos. This decision is invisible to others at first, but its impact is immediate. Your posture changes, your breathing slows, your eyes stop searching for validation, and people feel it, even if they don't understand it. This is not about becoming aggressive or dominant. It is about becoming rooted, still, unshaken. A disciplined mind does not chase respect, it radiates it. Most people are loud because they are uncertain. They talk to fill the silence. They react to protect fragile egos. They explain themselves because they doubt their own worth. But when you make this one decision to master your inner world before trying to control the outer one, you step onto a different path. A path where your presence speaks louder than your words, where your calm becomes unsettling to those who live in constant noise, where people sense something has changed, even if they cannot name it. This is the beginning of mental authority, not power over others, but power over yourself. And once this shift happens, people will never see you the same again, because you are no longer trying to be seen. You are simply standing. Stop explaining yourself. One of the most powerful shifts a disciplined mind can make is this: stop explaining yourself. At first, this feels uncomfortable, almost dangerous, because explaining has become a habit, a defense mechanism. People explain when they fear being misunderstood. They explain when they fear rejection. They explain when they are unsure of their own decisions. But here is the truth most never realize. The more you explain, the less authority you carry. Explanation signals uncertainty. It tells the world, I need you to agree with me so I can feel secure. Shi Heng Yi teaches that a grounded mind does not seek permission to exist. It moves with intention, and intention does not beg for validation. When you stop explaining yourself, something powerful happens. Your words become fewer but heavier. Your silence becomes intentional, not awkward. And people begin to lean in rather than question you. This does not mean becoming cold or arrogant. It means trusting your own judgment enough to let it stand on its own. A master does not justify every step. A master walks. Those who need explanations will feel uncomfortable around you because your silence forces them to confront their own insecurity. Your calm exposes their inner noise. And this is where the shift becomes visible. People who once questioned you begin to watch you. People who once challenged you begin to hesitate, not because you became louder, but because you became solid. You realize that not everyone deserves access to your reasoning, not everyone deserves clarity about your direction, and not every misunderstanding needs correction. Sometimes silence is the correction. When you stop explaining yourself, you reclaim your energy, you protect your focus, you signal self-respect. And slowly, without effort, people adjust their behavior around you. Because a person who does not over-explain is a person who knows where they stand. And that kind of certainty cannot be argued with. Become unpredictably calm. In a world addicted to reaction, calmness has become a rare weapon. Most people move fast, speak fast, think fast, not because they are efficient, but because they are anxious. They react before they understand. They speak before they think. They defend before they are attacked. Shi Heng Yi teaches a different approach. Become unpredictably calm. Calm does not mean passive. It means you are not owned by the moment. When tension rises and you remain still, something shifts in the room. People expect reaction. They expect emotion. They expect resistance. And when it doesn't come, their mind loses balance. Your calm becomes unfamiliar territory. A disciplined mind slows everything down. Your breath deepens. Your movements become deliberate. Your eyes observe instead of chase. This is where authority is born. Not the authority that demands attention, but the kind that commands presence. Unpredictable calm confuses those who rely on emotional control. They cannot read you, they cannot push you, they cannot rush you, and this creates psychological distance. You are no longer part of the emotional battlefield. You are above it, observing it. Calmness forces others to reveal themselves. The impatient expose their weakness. The aggressive expose their insecurity. The manipulative lose leverage. Because manipulation requires reaction. When you remain calm under pressure, people begin to measure themselves against you. They wonder why you are not shaken, why you are not rushing, why you are not trying to prove anything. And without saying a word, you communicate strength. This is the Shaolin way: still water, deep power. Not everyone will like this version of you. Some will feel uncomfortable, some will feel threatened, but those who understand discipline will recognize it immediately. Because calmness that cannot be disturbed is not weakness, it is mastery. Withdraw your need for approval. The moment you stop needing approval is the moment you become dangerous, not to others, but to limitation. Approval is invisible chains. Most people don't even realize they are wearing them. They dress for approval. They speak for approval. They make decisions based on how they will be perceived. And slowly, without noticing, they give their power away. Shi Heng Yi teaches that a disciplined mind does not outsource its worth. When you seek approval, you hand others the authority to define you. Their praise controls you. Their criticism weakens you. Their silence makes you doubt. This is not freedom. This is dependency. Withdrawing the need for approval feels uncomfortable at first because you are stepping away from emotional security. You are choosing inner alignment over external comfort. But this is where strength forms. You begin to act based on principle, not applause. You choose discipline over popularity. You move according to your values, even when no one claps. And something powerful happens. Your decisions become cleaner. Your words become sharper. Your presence becomes grounded. People sense that you are no longer negotiating your identity. You are not trying to be impressive. You are not trying to be accepted. You are not trying to fit in. You are standing in yourself. This creates respect even from those who disagree with you, because deep down, people admire what they cannot control. A person who does not need approval cannot be manipulated with praise, cannot be silenced with rejection, cannot be shaken by opinion. And this is why the shift is permanent. Once you detach your self-worth from external validation, you stop performing, you stop pretending, you stop apologizing for your direction. You become internally aligned. And alignment is intimidating to those who live divided. When you withdraw the need for approval, you do not become isolated, you become free. And people will feel it in how you walk, how you speak, and how you no longer explain who you are.
Speak only when it adds weight. Most people speak to be noticed. A disciplined mind speaks to be precise. In a world filled with constant noise, silence has become rare and therefore powerful. Shi Heng Yi teaches that words are not meant to fill space, they're meant to shape reality. When you speak without intention, your words lose gravity. They become background noise, easily ignored. But when you learn to speak only when it adds weight, everything changes. You pause before responding. You choose clarity over speed. You let silence stretch without discomfort. And people feel it. Silence creates tension, not because something is wrong, but because something important might be said. A disciplined speaker does not rush. They observe. They listen fully. And when they finally speak, their words land. Not louder, deeper. When you reduce unnecessary speech, your mind becomes sharper. Your emotions settle. Your communication becomes intentional. People begin to notice patterns. You don't repeat yourself. You don't explain excessively. You don't speak to defend your ego. This creates authority. Because authority is not about dominance, it is about certainty. When your words are measured, others adjust their tone around you. They listen more closely. They interrupt less. Not because you demanded respect, but because your presence requested it naturally. A Shaolin master understands this deeply. Words are energy. Use them wisely. The more disciplined your speech, the more disciplined your mind becomes. And soon, people will remember what you say because you only speak when it matters. Detach from outcomes. Attachment is the silent source of anxiety. Most people suffer not because they lack ability, but because they're emotionally attached to results. They need success to validate them. They fear failure because it threatens their identity. They hesitate because outcomes control their emotions. Shi Heng Yi teaches a powerful principle. Focus on the action, release the outcome. Detachment does not mean indifference, it means discipline. You give your full effort without demanding a specific reward. When you detach from outcomes, your mind becomes calm under pressure. You stop rushing, you stop forcing. Your actions become clean. You do the work because it is right, not because you need applause. This creates a quiet confidence. You are no longer afraid of losing because your worth is not attached to winning. You are no longer desperate for success because your identity is rooted in discipline. And paradoxically, this is when performance improves. Without emotional attachment, your focus sharpens, your decisions become precise, your energy stops leaking into worry. You act, then you let go. This is mental freedom. People sense this immediately. They notice you are not anxious, not impatient, not emotionally invested in their reaction. And this makes you unpredictable, because you cannot be pressured with outcomes. You cannot be rushed by expectations. You cannot be controlled by fear of failure. Detachment creates inner stability, and inner stability creates power.
A disciplined mind does not cling. It moves forward, does the work, and releases what it cannot control. When you detach from outcomes, you reclaim your peace, and peace is the foundation of mastery. Master your body first. Before you master your thoughts, you must master your body. Most people underestimate this. They believe confidence is mental. They believe authority is verbal. They believe presence is personality. Shi Heng Yi teaches something far more fundamental. The body is the gateway to the mind. Your posture reveals your inner state. Collapsed shoulders signal hesitation. Shallow breathing signals anxiety. Restless movements signal lack of control. A disciplined mind begins with physical discipline. Stand grounded, feet stable, spine upright, breathing slow and deep. When your body is aligned, your nervous system calms, your thoughts slow down, your emotions settle. This is not theory, this is physiology. People respond to what they feel, not what you say. Before you speak, your body has already spoken. A person who moves deliberately is perceived as confident. A person who stands still under pressure is perceived as powerful. You don't need to force presence, you embody it. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes training the body because the body never lies. You can fake words, you can fake smiles, but you cannot fake alignment. When your posture is stable, your mind follows. Your gestures become minimal, your movements become efficient, your stillness becomes noticeable, and people feel it immediately. They may not know why, but they sense grounding, they sense control, they sense discipline. This is why true masters train daily, even when no one is watching, because authority is built from repetition, not performance. Master your body first, and your mind will have a solid foundation to stand on. Stop reacting to disrespect. Disrespect only has power if you accept the invitation. Most people react instantly. They defend, they justify, they escalate. But reaction is exactly what disrespect seeks. Shi Heng Yi teaches restraint, not because you are weak, but because you are in control. When someone disrespects you, they are testing emotional access. If they can provoke you, they can influence you. A disciplined mind refuses this. You pause, you breathe, you observe. You do not rush to correct. You do not raise your voice. You do not explain your worth. And in that pause, power shifts. Your lack of reaction creates imbalance in the other person. They expect resistance. They expect defense. They expect emotional engagement. When it doesn't come, they feel exposed. Because disrespect loses meaning when it is not acknowledged. This does not mean tolerating abuse. It means choosing your response consciously. Silence can be a boundary. Stillness can be a warning. When you do not react, you communicate emotional superiority. People begin to realize they cannot move you. They cannot bait you. They cannot control you through emotion. And slowly, their behavior changes. Not because you confronted them, but because you denied them access. A master does not fight every challenge. A master chooses which battles deserve energy. When you stop reacting to disrespect, you protect your focus. You conserve your strength. You maintain your internal order. And order is power. Create distance without anger. Not everyone deserves your closeness, and not every separation requires explanation. Most people create distance emotionally, through resentment, avoidance, or silent anger, but this only keeps them tied to what they are trying to escape. Shi Heng Yi teaches a cleaner approach. Create distance without anger. Anger is attachment. Resentment is unfinished business. And emotional reactions keep you connected to what no longer serves you. True distance is calm, clear, intentional. You step back not to punish, but to protect your inner order. You stop responding immediately. You stop engaging unnecessarily. You stop offering access to your attention. And you do this quietly, without drama, without explanation. This is not avoidance, this is discernment. When you create distance without anger, you keep your dignity intact. You are not trying to prove a point. You are not waiting for an apology. You are not seeking validation. You simply choose space. This confuses people. They expect emotional reactions. They expect confrontation. They expect justification. Instead, they meet calm absence. And calm absence speaks loudly. It communicates self-respect. It communicates boundaries. It communicates finality. People realize they no longer have access to your emotional world, not because you are cold, but because you are disciplined. Distance created with anger can be repaired. Distance created with clarity rarely needs to be. A master knows when to step away without burning bridges or carrying resentment, because peace is not found in confrontation, it is found in alignment. When you create distance without anger, you move forward lighter. No emotional weight, no mental noise, just space. And in that space, your strength returns. Become consistent, not intense. Intensity impresses. Consistency transforms. Most people mistake emotional spikes for discipline. They work hard for a moment, speak passionately for a day, commit loudly, then disappear. Shi Heng Yi teaches that mastery is built quietly through repetition. Consistency is not exciting, it is not dramatic, it does not attract applause, but it builds something far more powerful: reliability. A disciplined mind shows up even when motivation is absent. Same routine, same standards, same effort, day after day. Consistency reshapes identity. You stop asking, "How do I feel today?" You start asking, "What must be done?" This removes emotion from decision-making. And over time, people notice, not because you announced progress, but because results appear naturally. Your presence becomes steady. Your reactions become predictable, calm, controlled, measured. Consistency creates trust. People trust what they can rely on. They respect what does not fluctuate. You no longer need to prove discipline. Your behavior demonstrates it. Intensity burns energy quickly. Consistency conserves it. This is why masters train slowly, precisely, every single day. No rush, no shortcuts, no excuses. And one day, people look at you differently. Not because you became louder, not because you became extreme, but because you became unchangeable. Consistency makes you unshakable, and an unshakable presence changes how the world responds to you. Let your energy speak. Words are powerful, but energy is undeniable. Most people live their lives trying to explain, prove, or persuade. They chase approval. They justify themselves. They react to every slight. But a disciplined mind understands something deeper. Energy communicates more than words ever could. Shi Heng Yi teaches that presence is measured in vibration, the subtle currents of focus, calm, and discipline that radiate outward before a word is spoken. Your energy can enter a room and shift its atmosphere. People feel it instantly, even if they cannot name it. A person lacking energy awareness is constantly trying to convince. A person mastering energy no longer needs to. Their confidence, clarity, and calmness speak before the first syllable escapes their lips. This begins with internal alignment. When your thoughts are calm, your intentions clear, and your emotions controlled, your energy becomes tangible. When someone approaches, they sense your stability. They sense your boundaries. They sense that you cannot be rushed, provoked, or manipulated. And this creates a silent authority. You no longer compete for attention. You no longer explain your value. You simply exist, and the world responds accordingly. Energy is amplified by action and restraint. Every deliberate movement, every controlled breath, every measured decision adds to it. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes that this is a lifelong practice. It is not built in a day, nor through external validation. It is forged through discipline, repetition, and self-awareness. When you learn to let your energy speak, people begin to treat you differently. They adjust their tone, they measure their behavior, they respect your space, even without confrontation. Because energy never lies, it cannot be faked, and once mastered, it communicates power far more effectively than words. This is the kind of silent influence that transforms relationships, leadership, and perception. When you harness it, people no longer need to see what you do, they feel it. And that is when you realize your presence has become your most potent tool. Become untouchable. Do this once. Choose discipline over emotion, clarity over chaos, silence over explanation. From this moment on, people will never see you the same. Shi Heng Yi calls this the final shift, the moment your mental mastery becomes visible, not because you announce it, but because you embody it. You are no longer reactive. You are no longer seeking approval. You no longer chase outcomes or validation. You are untouchable, not in arrogance, but in absolute alignment with yourself. Every action is intentional. Every pause is measured. Every word carries weight. Your calm unsettles the impatient. Your clarity challenges the indecisive. Your silence humbles those accustomed to noise. People begin to notice your presence in subtle ways, the way you walk into a room and command attention without speaking, the way your posture communicates certainty, the way your energy radiates authority, quietly but powerfully. You move with precision, think with clarity, and act without attachment. You no longer need to explain your direction. You no longer need to justify your decisions. You simply exist as a disciplined mind in motion. This is freedom. This is power. This is mental mastery. And the world responds accordingly. Those who once doubted you, those who once sought to manipulate or distract, suddenly pause. They recognize that you are no longer reachable by fear, noise, or opinion. You have become untouchable, not because you are untouchable to life's challenges, but because nothing outside of you can disturb your inner order. This is the final step in Shi Heng Yi's teaching. Internal authority manifests externally. Once this is achieved, people will never see you the same, because you are no longer the person they thought they knew. You are disciplined, you are aligned, you are free. And in that freedom, your influence becomes inevitable.